Hello everybody. So it is Thursday and welcome to another MPUB with myself, Danny. So I'm just going to see if anyone wants to join this session today, which will be on reading. So today we are going to look at reading, and we are looking at reading practice for the IELTS true, false, and not giving questions, which I know many students don't like. So let's have a look and see what we are going to do today. So hello everyone who is joining today. I hope you're all well. How are you all? Have you had a good day, a good evening? So let's make the screen a little bit bigger. So let's have a look and see. So today, this lesson will focus on helping you guys to develop awareness and some skills and tips to tackle these types of reading questions, which are the true, the false, and the not given questions, which I know many students love. So let's have a look and see. So when you are practicing your reading, I suggest that you time yourself. Allow just 1 hour to complete all 3 parts of the reading exam paper. Now, as you will be aware of, there are 40 questions in the reading paper, and each question carries 1 mark unless stated otherwise. You should roughly spend about 20 minutes on each section, okay? So try not to spend more than 20 minutes on each of those sections. So when you are practicing at home, do try to time yourself. Use your mobile phone to time yourself and see how long you are taking for each of the sections. So for those that are joining, I hope you're all well. I hope you're all good. So in the actual examination, whether you're doing a paper examination or the online IELTS examination, in the actual test, you will be given the following instructions, okay? So I'm just going to go through what the IELTS examiner will say to you on the day of your test, okay? So they will say, do not open this question paper until you're told to do so. And they're very strict with that. So you might be eager to have a little peek and open, but try not to. All right. Also, you will be required and asked to write your name and your candidate number in the spaces at the top of the page. Often students are extremely nervous and will write their name and their candidate number at the bottom, but always at the top. There is a designated section to do so. Okay. Also, very importantly, read all of the instructions on each part of the paper, okay? Whether you're looking at section 1, section 2, or section 3. So read all of those questions, very important. Also, answer all of the questions, even if you feel that you can't find the answer or don't know the answer. Have a guess. It is better to write an answer than to not write an answer at all. And obviously, to write your answers on the answer sheet, or if you're doing the electronic version of the IELTS, you will be asked to type it onto the answer sheet there. And most importantly, you must complete the answer sheet within the time limit. You won't be given any additional time beyond the 1 hour. And then at the end of the test, you'll be asked to hand in both the question paper and the answer sheet. So they are the instructions that your examiner will give you. And if you feel that I've missed any of the instructions, please feel to type in the box if you have sat an IELTS exam paper before. All right, guys, let's move on. So, most importantly, understanding the statements. How do you understand the statements? How can you understand the statements? So let's firstly look at true. If the statement is true, then it will exactly match the facts given in the reading passage. But the problem is, and a lot of students will find that the words don't exactly match. And that's because they have been paraphrased. So if you can find a paraphrase of the true statement in the text, then you know it is ought to be true. So that is one reason. Hello, Shatan. Nice to meet you. I hope you're well. So please read the question very carefully and watch out for those paraphrases. Okay, let's have a look at the next form of statement, and that is false. If the statement is false, that means it contradicts or is entirely opposite to the information given in the reading. So basically, it's the opposite. It doesn't agree with what is being said within the reading passage. Now let's have a look at, I know everyone's favorite, not given. This causes an awful lot of trouble for students, but it can be the most simple. Not given is simply not within the text. It's not within the passage. So therefore, not given means that you cannot tell if it's true or false. By looking at the reading, you should be able to go through it, and if it's not there, then you know it's not given. So therefore, the information to make the decision, if it's not there, it's not given. So it can be straightforward. Try not to overthink it. If you trust your instincts a bit with it as well, and you know it's not there, then state it's not given. So let's have a look and see what's next. So how can you answer these questions? Is there a way? Is there a strategy you can use? Well, each student is different, but my advice to you guys is the following. Read the first passage. Look up the answers for the first few questions. Okay, so don't try to absorb all of the questions and then read all of the passages. Read the first passage, then look up the answers for the first few questions. Now, if you found an answer, read the entire sentence carefully. Don't just go, okay, that matches the question. Oh, that must be the answer. Read it carefully, because if you don't read the whole sentence, then that is where you can make some silly mistakes. So please read very, very carefully and read the whole sentence. Then, when there are no answers left, move on to the next paragraph, and then you can repeat this strategy. However, if you dislike this strategy, then you can read the whole text and then only after answer the questions. Don't ever attempt to answer the questions before reading the passage, okay? Because the passage is the treasure. It contains all of the answers you need to score your high band score. So, let's have a look at some tips. What can you do? What can you apply in order to score a high band score within your IELTS reading? Well, have a look at this. So first of all, you must read the instructions carefully. Also, go back and double check whether it is true, false, not given, or a yes, no, not given question. So please read the questions very, very carefully. Then read the statements and try to understand the meaning of each one. And I would recommend this before reading the text. Okay, so try to understand the entire statement and the meaning of it. Please don't worry if you don't understand a word. As long as you can grasp the context of how the word is being used, it doesn't matter. Because even native speakers come across, when we are reading, words that we don't know, but we don't have to understand every single word. We can just gain and grasp the meaning through the context the word is being used. So please, please don't fret. Please don't worry yourself by wasting time over one word you're not sure of. Okay. Now, the next little tip I have for you is think about possible synonyms that might appear in the text, as this might help you find the answers. Because remember, the true statements are often paraphrased. Also, note any qualifying words in the statements, such as all, some, always, often. And therefore, this will make your brain alert for them when you scan the text. And at the end of this session, I will show you some examples of those qualifying words you can look out for, because they're very important. And if you can find them in the text, they're always a big clue to help you find those answers. And hello to everyone that's joining today. I hope you're good. And please feel free to ask any questions or anything you want to know about the reading section for the true, false, and not given. Now, underline keywords. So when you're reading through the passage or passages, underline the keywords. Now, you won't exactly find the words in the text, all of the same words in the text due to the extensive use of synonyms and paraphrasing. But in the true, false, and not given questions, enough information will be given in order for you to underline some keywords and phrases. And like I said, I will be showing you some of the quantifying words a little bit later on. And lastly, a little final tip for you here is reread the statement and scan the first paragraph, okay? As scanning is a skill that will help you locate where the answer is. But the detailed reading of the section is needed to decide the actual answers, okay, that you're looking for. So remember, rereading is a key. If you're not sure, just go back and reread it. Don't panic, keep calm, all right? So let's have a look at understanding not giving questions. A not giving question does not mean there is no information in the text. It just means that you won't find any relation to the question and to the passage. Okay, so if you can't find the exact answer, then it's not given. And we will be looking at some examples in a moment. So let's have a look at an example here. So this has been taken from an old IELTS examination. And as you can see, this is the layout that you will get in your examination. And generally, your true, false, and not given are questions 9 to 13. It might be slightly different in your examination, but generally, they will be found in this part of the exam. Okay, so what you'll be given is a very simple question, such as the one here. It says, do the following statements agree with the information given in reading passage 1? Okay, and then in boxes 9 to 13 on your answer sheet, you either write true, false, or not given. And then, as you can see, 9 to 13, you're given those statements. So that's an example of what you might see in your exam. So, moving on. We have some practice, yay! So, this practice has been taken from a website called IELTS Buddy. If you've heard it before, if not, I'll write it in the chat box for you. So it's called IELTSbuddy.com. Okay, so if you want to have a look, there are lots of reading passages on this particular website, and you can practice as well. Not all of them give you answers, but a few of them do. So feel free to have a look at it in your own time. So let's have a look at this. Question 1. Now, just before we start, I will tell you that this won't be the actual set out of the examination, as you will just be given the passage. But what I've done to try and help you guys today is just break it down into different parts. So you won't have a paragraph, then a question. You'll just be given the passage and then the statements. But here, we've set it out a little bit differently to show you. Okay, so let's have a look at this passage. Hopefully you guys can see. If not, you can go on the website directly and you can type in the passage there. Okay, so while skin bleaching is a long-standing cosmetic staple across Sudan, a newer craze is sweeping the nation. Many young women are turning to prescription pills in order to gain weight and hopefully gain the curvaceous figures they see as the standard of beauty. Away from the regulation of trained pharmacists, fattening pills are illegally dispensed by the same small shops which sell topical bleaching creams and other popular beauty fixes. Sold individually in small bags and emptied sweet containers, they are completely devoid of any information about the medical risks. Okay, so we've got part of the passage there. Now, the statement that the exam has given you is as follows. It says, people do not get any information about the dangers to their health when they purchase unregulated weight gain pills. Now, you guys at home, is that true? Is that false? Or is it not given? Feel free to type in that chat box and tell me. So, people do not get any information about the dangers to the health when they purchase unregulated weight gain pills. Is it true? Is it false? Or is it not given? What do you guys think? I'll give you a few moments. See if I get any answers. Don't be shy. And then in a moment, I will do the grand reveal of the answer. True, is it false? Is it not given? Dun, 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 dun. Well, I can now reveal it is true. And the answer to the question is in this paragraph. Okay, so it says it's away from the regulation of trained pharmacists. Fattening pills are illegally dispensed by the same small shops. And also, they don't contain any information about the medical risks. So the answer is true. And if you got that right at home, well done. Awesome job. Let's have a look at another part of the passage. So, question 2. I will read the passage and then see if you guys can find the answer. So don't be shy to ask any questions you may have or type in the answers. So let's have a look and see what it says. It is difficult to estimate how many women in Sudan use these products to gain weight because many are reluctant to admit it. Pills are handed out in the village like penny sweets, says Ahmed, a student at the University of Sudan. I've always been scared to use them because I've seen family members fall ill and close friends become dependent on appetite stimulants. My aunt is on the brink of kidney failure and has blocked arteries from taking too many fattening pills, trying to get a bigger bum. Everyone in the family knows why she's sick, but she won't own up to it. She's had to stop taking the pills on doctor's orders. Ooh, bit drastic. Dun, dun, dun. So let's have a look at the statement and see if you guys think it's true, false, or not given. So, since a large number of women in Sudan are not willing to reveal that they take the pills, the exact number of women using them is not known. So, what do you guys think? True, false, or not given? What do you think? So, feel free to pop it in the box. And then I will reveal the answer. Okay, everyone's very quiet. So I hope that means you're studying if you're all very quiet. So the answer is this. It's true. So I hope you guys at home got this answer. Ooh, we've got a not given. Ooh, okay, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on there then. So it's difficult to estimate how many women in Sudan because many are reluctant to admit it. What's happened here is this. You need to look out for the different language used. Okay, so the statement will be paraphrased. Okay, so here we've got not willing to reveal instead of reluctant to admit it. But it is true. We don't know the exact number of women. So watch out for those paraphrases. So watch out for those paraphrases. All right. They will get you. They're naughty. Right, let's have a look at the next one and see if you can help me with this. So, question 3. Let's look at the passage. Got paraphrase on the mind now. And then let's see if it's true, false, or not given. So, pills are often rebranded and given catchy street names which allude to their effects, from the neighbour's shock to chicken thighs and my mama's suspects. Wow, some interesting names, right? Anyway, moving on. The clinical name of pills are forgotten, so they don't know the actual medical name, and replaced by promises of a bigger bottom, shapely thighs, and a belly that will have your mother concerned that you might be pregnant. Tablets range from standard appetite stimulants to allergy medicines containing the steroid hormone cortisone. The side effects of taking this hormone are now a cash cow for pill peddlers. It is known to slow metabolism, increase appetite, trigger water retention, and create extra deposits of fat around the abdomen and face. Wow, sounds intense. So let's have a look at the statement and let's see if it's true, false, or not given. So promoting the clinical name of the pills helps the sellers to focus on the weight gaining aspects associated with them. Is that true? Is it false or not given? What do you guys think? So promoting the clinical name of the pills helps the sellers to focus on the weight gaining aspects of the pill. What do you guys think? Is it going to be true? Is it going to be false? Or is it not given? So have a look and see if you can find the answer. Don't be shy. Ooh, am I going to get any answers? Oh, yes, I've got some answers. Thank you, guys. I love answers. Thank you. All right, so we've got a not given. I've got a false. Anyone want to add to that? Ooh, so I've got Pan saying not given. Thank you. And Mayata says false. Ooh. Should we have a look? Let's have a look and see. It is false. It is. Let's see why it's false, though. So the answer to the question is in this paragraph. It states the pills are often rebranded and given catchy street names, okay? So they're not using their clinical or medical names at all. They're given really bizarre names such as From the Neighbor's Shock. Interesting name, do you not think? We also have chicken thighs. Interesting. Imagine taking a chicken thigh in a pill form. And my mama suspects. So there you go. There's the interesting names. And it says the clinical name of the pills are forgotten and replaced by promises of bigger bottoms, better shapes. So therefore, the answer is opposite to the statement in question. Because in the statement, it says that the sellers use the clinical name of the pills to sell them, okay? But in the reading, it says they are rebranded using the street names, and people just forget about them. They don't care that it has this big, long clinical name. They're just going, oh, take a chicken thigh. Here you go. So well done for those that got that right. So well done. Keep practicing. Practice, practice, practice. So let's have a look at question 4. So let's see what it says, and then let's see if it's a true, a false, or a not given. And again, guys, any questions, any problems, type it in the chat box. So using unregulated steroids without supervision can damage the heart, liver, kidneys, and thyroid, says Dr. Saleh Ibrahim, head of the Pharmacists Union in Sudan. He explains that cortisone is a naturally occurring hormone in the body, helping to regulate vital bodily functions. But when a man-made concentrated version enters the body in the form of pills or topical bleaching creams, the brain gives the body a signal to stop production. So therefore, if a user suddenly stops taking the substance, then their major organs can spiral into dysfunction. Yikes, this is dramatic today. So let's have a look at the statement and let's see if that's true, false, or not given. So the statement is, guys, the body's cortisone production will eventually return to normal once a person stops taking the pills. Is that true? Is it false? Or is it not given? What do you guys think? See if you can pop in a few answers for me. So I'll give you a few moments to absorb the information, as it was pretty intense. Intense information. Just what we need on a Thursday. Ooh, thank you, Pam. So we've got a false. Okay. Thank you for your answer. I love answers. Ooh, okay. Mayetta says not given. Ooh. I think you two are in competition. One says not given, one says false. Love it. Love it. Healthy competition's always good. Ooh, we've got a true. Ooh, we're putting all three answers into the mix. Wow, love it. Fantastic. Right. Anyone else want to add to the conversation? Okay. Let's have a look and see what it is then, shall we, guys? So the answer is dun 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 dun. Well done. It's not given. It's not given. Let's explain why it's not given, though. So this is the information you will have been drawn to in trying to find the answer. So this paragraph says cortisone is a naturally occurring hormone in the body. Okay, yes, we know that. And it's helping to regulate vital bodily functions. But when a man-made concentrated version enters into the body, then obviously the brain gives the body a signal to stop the production because the man-made one has entered. And it also states if a user suddenly stops taking the substance, then the major organs can obviously stop working. Now, let's see why it's not given. It says the cortisone is naturally occurring, but when the pills are taken, the body stops producing it naturally. Okay. Now, that might suggest to you that it's false. So I think that's why Pan said false, because you've read that statement there, which is fantastic, and you thought, okay, false. Well, actually, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. It's because it talks about a return to normal. Okay. However, the statement says eventually. So that indicates it's a time in the future. The production will go back to normal. So we don't know. And that's one of the key words we should look at is eventually. Okay. So well done, guys. Great work there. It can be tricky. And obviously, this type of reading practice just takes time and it just takes practice. And also, it just means reading carefully as well. So well done for getting and trying. Well done. Now, if you want some more information and some more practice, let me just copy a link in for you. I did mention it before, but one second, let me just copy and paste this for you. So if you have a look at this website here, you can find a lot more. Okay, you can find a lot more practice readings there, and some of them will give you the answers as well. So have a look. Feel free to practice at home. But again, try to time yourself. Time yourself. Give yourself 1 hour, 20 minutes for each. Okay. So let's have a look at our next question. Help! I don't understand a word. Oh, that's really good. Absolutely. And I think that's a great statement to make. Learning from my mistakes. Yeah, it's the best way. We all learn by our mistakes. So practice, practice, practice. You can do it. Believe in yourself as well. The more you read, the more you practice, the better you will get. So good. Well done. All right. Help, I don't understand a word. Well, like I mentioned before, it doesn't matter. If you don't understand what a word means, all that matters is that you can work it out from the context of the sentence. Okay? Make an educated guess as well. If you read the sentence, you can determine how the word is being used as well. So please don't waste your time going, I don't understand this word. What should I do? Help, help, help. Don't worry. Read the whole sentence and just make an educated guess and go, okay, I think this means da 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 da. So please don't waste time going, I don't know this word, this word, this word. You are not a walking, talking dictionary. So don't worry. And neither are native speakers. So don't worry. So often students will ask this question, where do I look in the reading passage? Well, it's a big question. Where do you look? Well, first of all, you should be reading all of the passage. Don't skim through it. Read all of the passage. But also, students who don't practice pre-reading and reading strategies often find themselves jumping through the passage, going da 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 da. Please don't. Read all of it. But also, there's a bit of a solution as well. So the answers, the true, false, and not given, will run in the same order as the reading passage. Okay, so you shouldn't be jumping back and forth in the reading passage. Once you have done the first part of the passage, that will have answered your first few questions. So you shouldn't have to go back. You shouldn't be jumping from the last paragraph to the first paragraph to the second paragraph. No, 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 no. Once you've done the first part, that will relate to the first few questions. Second part, to the next set of questions. So therefore, the answers will run in order. Okay, so this means that the answer to question 2 will come after question 1. It won't be before it. Okay. Also, following the question 2, the answer will, following question 2, the answer will be for question 3. Okay, so you don't have to be jumping back, forth, da, 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 da. Because again, that will waste time in the exam. And also, the IELTS exam has set it out quite nicely for you, so you're not jumping around. Okay? So, follow the text is my advice. Just follow the text. Don't be like a frog, jumping up, jumping down. Okay, so just bear that in mind next time you do a practice paper or take your exam. Okay, qualifying words, they're very important in the reading because they can often help you find the answer. And this can be vital from determining whether an answer is true or if the answer is not given. So let's have a look and see what they are. So the focus for answering these questions is based on meaning rather than keywords. So by changing the qualifying words in a statement can change the entire meaning. So let's have a look at the example here. So it's obviously a true, false, or not given question. And it says all species of marsupial became extinct on the island over a 20-year period. Okay, so the information that we have in the passage is this. It says, over the past 20 years, the majority of marsupial species became extinct on the island due to destructive forces of human presence. So, as you can see, or hopefully you can see, that the majority do not have the same meaning. That would mean that the answer is false. So therefore, when you're studying your reading, make sure you look and study your qualifying words and verbs before you take the IELTS exam, especially for the reading part. So please look out for them because they can change an entire meaning of a statement and of a word. So let's have a look at some qualifying words before we finish today. So let's have a look. So we have them all here. So qualifying words can be put into the following categories. You can have adverbs of quantity, such as all, everyone, none, some, a few, and many. You can also have adverbs of frequency, such as always, never, seldom, occasionally, etc. And these words will change the statement meaning, so watch out for them. Also, adverbs that mean one and no more, such as purely, solely, only, mainly. Look out for them. And then we've got our ordinal numbers such as first, second, third, etc. They will change the meaning of a statement. And lastly, we have some time order adjectives such as newest, latest, most, recent, etc. So watch out for them, okay, as they will be in the reading and they can trick you, okay, if you don't quite know what they are or where to look out for them. So please bear that in mind. It will change the reading statements if they are used. So here's another statement a student often says. It says the answer is not there. So often students will go for a reading passage and they will say, I've read it 5 times, 6 times, I still can't find the answer. The answer will always be there. Obviously, if the answer is not obvious, it could be a not given answer. So just be careful with that. But please never leave an answer blank. Whatever you do, don't leave it blank, okay? Because that could cost you a mark. So take a guess, all right? Don't ever leave it blank. Just put true, just put false, just put not given. If you're not sure, pop it in, okay? Because that 1 mark could be very vital. So please, please, please don't leave any answers blank. And then I've got some more links for you here, and these are the resources that I've used today. So one of them I've already copied into the chat box. That was IELTS Buddy, as you will find some more links to the reading passages there if you want to practice, and I do recommend practicing. Also, one of my favorites is IELTS Liz. She's got some fantastic videos on all parts of the IELTS examination, so check out her if you've not seen her. And also a really good one as well is the British Council IELTS. If you go on the British Council website, you will also find some practice papers for your reading there. And it's great because you're also given the answers. So you can have some self-practice there. Okay, guys, any questions? Please drop them in the box before we finish today. And for those that have joined today, I hope it's been useful. But like I said, it's just practice, 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 practice. That's the best way you can obviously achieve your dream band score in the reading. And even if it's not practice in the sense of practice papers, pick up a newspaper in English, pick up a magazine, read online news such as BBC. Okay, so please read as much as possible. Even simple things as reading a notice board in English. You can gain information and you can practice your reading in these ways. So, thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely evening, a lovely afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. And thank you so much for joining. And I hope to see you all very soon. So keep working hard, guys. You can do it. And practice will make perfect. Practice makes perfect. Let's get my words out today. Right, guys, take care and see you all very soon.